In their first meeting in December of 2023, Rafael Espinoza and Robeisy Ramirez fought the type of fight that now finds them going into their December 7th rematch, a matter of repeat or revenge. Let's talk about this upcoming matchup. On a card that is expected, guaranteed action, Saturday, December 7th, ESPN and Top Rank Boxing is going to put on rematches for repeat or revenge type circumstances. One of the fights, Emmanuel Navarrete against Oscar Valdez 2. The second fight, Rafael Espinoza versus Robeisy Ramirez 2. These two fights are going to be quite entertaining, and it is a great opportunity for both matches with all four combatants to present to the world their desire to be on top in championship bouts. This video is featuring the Rafael Espinoza and Robeisy Ramirez second fight, because the first fight was so enthralling that though the title changed hands, it didn't sit well with both men that should just be the end of the story. And that's the great thing about the sport of boxing when you're competing at the championship level. The fighters who want to remain at the top of the sport will show you by running it back, even though the opponent may have gained an up on him at one point, to come back and do it again will show us exactly what the men are made of. Both fighters are entering this rematch 30 years of age. It is your typical orthodox against southpaw, where Espinoza being the orthodox fighter and Robeisy Ramirez being the southpaw. But there is also a Mutt and Jeff type situation, as Espinoza comes in at 6'1" in this division. When you're talking about featherweights, that's pretty darn tall, like the Tower Inferno Sebastian Fundora. Robeisy, who's 5'6" with a 68-inch reach, he's the shorter man and the more compact, explosive puncher. When you think about Robeisy Ramirez, who likes to lay his hands on opponent and grin as he hurts them, the Cuban fighter now has a record of 14-2 with 9 KOs, but he really relishes enjoying his work of hurting opponents. Each and every time he lands a solid shot on someone, he grins with a weird sense of pleasure that he's enjoying launching destruction on someone. But the Mexican Espinoza, whose record now is 25-0 with 21 KOs, came on the scene in their first fight and sort of surprised the boxing world. Their fight was in December of 2023, and in that fight, he was dropped by Robeisy, And late in the fight, he happened to drop Robeisy himself. We are going to see a battle between these two men, and someone is going to have to provide a sense of separation. Has Robeisy learned to contain himself and be a little bit more astute at being mindful of defense? Because Espinoza, who was being battered at certain points during the fight, showed a resiliency and ability to not only absorb the punishment, but come back and inflict his own. And once he recognized that he was in a place where he belonged, that's when he began to take over that fight. And it is what swayed the judges in the majority decision that ended up in his favor. It's a wonderful thing to see two fighters like this, same age, same weight class, and with the same type of desire to be the best, to come together and do it all again, not only for the fans, but for their own pleasures, because these two men both feel that they have an ownership of the title. The WBO Featherweight title will be on the line, and Robeisy is relishing being a two-time champion, and Espinoza is thinking about moving up even higher. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about who will win this rematch December 7th. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.